Ever pondered how a caterpillar evolves into a majestic butterfly? Could humans undergo a similar metamorphosis of greatness? Welcome to the intriguing world of personal evolution. Our journey begins by drawing parallels to one of nature's most awe-inspiring transformations, that of a humble caterpillar evolving into a magnificent butterfly. Imagine a caterpillar, plump and grounded, inching its way along a leaf. It's hard to believe that this tiny creature, so bound by its earthly existence, could ever ascend into the skies. Yet, within this humble caterpillar lies the potential for greatness. It's a potential we all share, a dormant promise of extraordinary transformation. The caterpillar isn't aware of the wings waiting to unfurl from its back, nor the vibrant colours ready to burst forth from its humble form. It continues its life, eating, growing, surviving, unaware of the transformation that awaits it. And then, a moment arrives, a moment of change. The caterpillar spins a cocoon around itself, a protective shell, and within this cocoon it begins to evolve. The caterpillar, once bound by its limitations, now enters a stage of metamorphosis. It transforms, changes, evolves. It breaks free from its earthly ties and emerges as a butterfly, a creature of beauty and freedom, soaring high above the trees. The caterpillar has evolved into something greater, something more magnificent. It has undergone a metamorphosis of greatness. Now, consider your own potential for transformation. Like the caterpillar, you too carry within you the seeds of greatness. You too have the capacity to evolve, to grow, to metamorphose into a greater version of yourself. You might not see your wings just yet, but they're there, waiting for the right moment to unfurl. So how do we initiate this personal transformation? How do we tap into the dormant potential within us, ready to burst forth like the butterfly from the cocoon? How do we start this metamorphosis of greatness? Like the caterpillar, we too can evolve. But how do we start this metamorphosis of greatness? The first step to personal growth is self-reflection, akin to the caterpillar's retreat into the cocoon. Ponder on this for a moment. Just as the caterpillar retreats into its cocoon, we retreat into the depths of our minds to contemplate our actions, our thoughts, our feelings, and our desires. This retreat, this act of introspection, is a key component in our journey towards becoming our best selves. Imagine yourself standing before a mirror, but this mirror doesn't just reflect your physical appearance, it reflects your entire being, your thoughts, your emotions, your strengths, your weaknesses. It's a mirror that gives you a complete, unfiltered view of who you are. That's what self-reflection is. It's a mirror that helps you understand yourself better, identify areas for improvement, and chart a path towards personal growth. Take a moment to remember a time when you've used this mirror. Perhaps it was when you failed at a task, or when you succeeded beyond your wildest expectations. Maybe it was a quiet moment of introspection after a long, tiring day, or a sudden realization in the middle of a bustling crowd. Each of these moments is a testament to the power of self-reflection. I remember a time when I was stuck in a rut, unsure of where I was going or what I was doing. It was self-reflection that helped me understand the root cause of my stagnation. I'd become complacent, comfortable with the status quo. But once I realized this, I was able to change my attitude and my actions. I started pushing myself, challenging myself, and before I knew it, I was moving forward again. That's the beauty of self-reflection. It's not just about understanding yourself better, it's about transforming yourself. It's about identifying the habits, attitudes, and behaviors that hold you back and replacing them with ones that propel you forward. It's about becoming a better version of yourself, one reflection at a time. So take a moment to retreat into your cocoon, to reflect on who you are and who you want to become. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being better than you were yesterday and the day before that, and the day before that. Self-reflection is the cocoon that shields us as we prepare for transformation. Change, like the caterpillar's struggle out of the cocoon, is never easy. It's a fight, a battle against the old self. It's stepping out of the comfort zone, pushing boundaries and daring to dance with the unfamiliar. Imagine a lobster, a creature that grows by shedding its shell. When the shell becomes too confining, the lobster feels uncomfortable. It retreats under a rock, sheds its old shell, and grows a new one. The process is perilous, fraught with the risk of being exposed and vulnerable. Yet without this struggle, the lobster would never grow. Similarly, when we feel discomfort in our lives, it's a sign that we're outgrowing our old selves, that we're ready for a new shell, a new self. But shedding the old shell, breaking away from old habits, beliefs and behaviors, isn't a walk in the park. It's a struggle, a challenge, a battle even against the familiar, the comfortable, the known. Yet every struggle has a purpose. Like a blacksmith shaping metal, the heat of the struggle tempers our spirit, strengthens our resolve and sharpens our character. Each challenge we overcome, each obstacle we navigate, each fear we confront brings us one step closer to our new self, to our evolution. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. Each failure was a struggle, a setback, a blow to his old self. But he didn't give up. He didn't retreat. Instead, he learned, he grew, he evolved. And in the process, he illuminated the world. So when we face the struggle of change, let's remember the caterpillar, the lobster, and Edison. Let's remember that the struggle isn't a sign of weakness, but a signal of growth, a testament to our inner strength, a badge of our resilience. The struggle of change, though painful, is the catalyst for our evolution. Just as the butterfly eventually emerges, triumphant, so too can we evolve into our best selves. Imagine a caterpillar nestled within its cocoon, undergoing a profound transformation. It endures the darkness, the squeeze, the struggle, not knowing what it will become. But eventually it emerges, a creature of unique beauty and grace, its wings a testament to the triumph of its evolution. This is the power of personal growth. It's a metamorphosis that we too, as humans, can experience. Picture a young man, burdened by social anxiety, who decides to confront his fears. He starts small, perhaps with a simple hello to a stranger. Each day he pushes himself a little more, stepping out of his comfort zone, challenging his old self. Over time he evolves. He becomes more outgoing, more confident, more at ease with others. He's not just a man who overcame anxiety, he's a man who evolved, who transformed himself into a better version of himself. His triumph is not just in overcoming his anxiety, but in the joy and satisfaction he finds in his new self. Or consider a woman stuck in a job she despises, who decides to pursue her passion for painting. She faces hurdles, of course, doubts, criticisms, financial constraints, but she perseveres. She devotes herself to her craft, learns, grows, evolves, and one day she finds herself in an art gallery, her paintings adorning the walls, admired by many. Her triumph is not just in becoming a successful artist, but in the fulfillment she finds in living a life true to herself. These are not just stories, they are illustrations of the triumph of personal evolution. They show us that transformation is possible, that we can evolve into our best selves, that we can triumph over our old selves. So embrace the journey of personal evolution. Embrace the struggle, the squeeze, the darkness. Because just like the butterfly, you too can emerge triumphant. You too can experience the joy and satisfaction that comes from personal growth. The metamorphosis of greatness is a journey of triumph over the old self. But remember, the butterfly's evolution does not end with its emergence from the cocoon. This is where we find ourselves, at the intersection of transformation and continuity. Just as the butterfly does not stop evolving once it breaks free from its cocoon, neither do we cease to grow and transform once we've achieved a certain milestone. The journey of personal evolution is not a one-time event, but a continuous progression. Consider the butterfly. After its dramatic transformation, it does not merely rest on its laurels. It learns to fly, to navigate, to survive. It continues to evolve, adapting to the ever-changing environment. Similarly, our personal evolution does not end when we reach a significant life goal or overcome a challenging obstacle. Perhaps you've experienced a significant transformation. Maybe you've overcome a difficult challenge, achieved a long-held ambition, or discovered a new part of yourself. It's a moment to celebrate, certainly, but it's not the end, it's merely another step in your continuous journey of growth and evolution. Think about the lessons you've learned along the way, the experiences that have shaped you. They're not just static moments in time. They're stepping stones, building blocks, laying the foundation for your ongoing evolution. It's like a river constantly flowing, never stagnant. Some days it might be calm and serene. Other days it might be turbulent and fast-paced, but it never stops moving. That's the beauty of personal evolution. It's a never-ending journey, a continuous cycle of growth and transformation. So, wherever you are on your personal journey, remember this: your evolution is not a race to a finish line. It's a lifelong process, an endless adventure. Embrace it, learn from it, grow with it. Because like the butterfly, you are not defined by a single moment of transformation, but by the continuous metamorphosis of your being. Like the butterfly, our evolution is a continuous journey, a never-ending metamorphosis of greatness.